Hello and welcome to the show. I am here today on BeamNG Drive going to be playing around with, well, the monster truck. I couldn't just leave it in a Driven Till Destruction episode because this is a seriously cool mod. And what better way to prat around with a monster truck than, well, by crushing some cars. We're going to see what vehicles can survive a thorough monster trucking. The Covet, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure the Covet's going to do too well against this vehicle. Actually, I was going to attack it from this side. We might actually go from the other side just so I don't bounce off into a sign and get myself stuck there. Would not be good for our first crash or first kind of drive across of the Covet to end up in me getting killed by a sign. Now, it would be cool if we could kind of do a flip off the Covet itself. We're just going to get some big airtime. The monster truck itself is pretty damn awesome, quite frankly. There is a huge amount of power. It doesn't quite do wheelies as well as I would hope. It perhaps doesn't quite lift the front end up as much as you might expect from a monster truck. It's a pretty good initial damage there. Some good clean flights actually from the monster truck. What happens if we hit the Covet then at a slight angle? We're going to go for a slight angle. I mean, we've done solid damage. I think the Covet, before we go, let's just give the Covet a test to see if it actually is still working. I think this is still going to be working. Oh, crap! The monster truck's... Oh, I didn't leave it in neutral. If it doesn't even have a handbrake. My bad. The monster truck slightly got away from us there. Let's put it there. It doesn't have a handbrake. It doesn't seem to be massively effective. The Covet... Yeah, it survived 2 monster truckings. That's primarily because all the damage, in fact, a lot of the damage has been done to the back of the car. We've kind of made a Covet ute in many ways. We have actually made... It's an interesting configuration of the Covet there. Yeah, it is literally a ute. I mean, I can't imagine... Actually, no, from the driver's seat, it's not too bad. I mean, your head wouldn't be particularly good if you were massively tall. However, it's not completely unusable. I mean, the back seat passengers, it would not have been a good day for them, as well the headrests are higher than the roofline. However, the front has survived far too well. The front has survived far too well. Monster truck, we're going to have to do something about that. We're going to position it right about there. That will work. Monster truck. Right, let us go and deal some damage to the front of the Covet. I don't think it's going to survive a thorough monster trucking if we hit the engine or the front wheel axles or any of that. Here we go from the side. Oh, no, it bounced up straight across the front. We have eaten a door. Look at the door. No, the door's been spat out again. Didn't particularly fancy Covet door. Wasn't the nourishing meal that a monster truck needs when it comes to crushing some cars. That is, because it's kind of bouncing up over the top of the Covet, it's actually not taking too much damage there. There we go. Oops. Oh dear. Things have not gone massively well. Don't fall down the cliff. If we fall down the cliff, we're probably never going to get it back up again. Maybe some reverse right about now. And wiggle. And oh dear. Oh, we've lost a tyre. That's because we're stuck on a crash barrier. If I've managed to beach the monster truck before we've killed the Covet, I will be disappointed. And I think it probably will have done. Now we've made it into just a... it's like a streamliner version of the Covet that still works. The monster truck is not killing the Covet very well. You know what we're going to do? Right, let's turn this Covet around. I will position it over here somewhere. Let's go and get the Covet has beaten the monster truck. Well, I say the Covet, more the barrier has beaten the monster truck. Let's just reset the monster truck rather than faff around pulling it clear. Yeah, that is a sturdy car. Oops. Put it one too many down, and here we go. Come on, monster truck. There's a wobble, there's some aggression towards the Covet. Now, that was straight over the engine bay. Oh, the Covet, I didn't put the handbrake on. Oh, we've taken out the radiator. That much I do know. Still works. Oh, monster truck's on the move again. Quick, panic, and grab that. There we go, we're fine. We've eaten the crash barrier again a little bit. This time we can climb free. That Covet is proving to be mighty tough. I really thought we'd be doing more damage. We're just not. Okay, here we go. Straight over the top. We've actually now crushed it so much. Ooh. That didn't feel so... I think I killed my own suspension going straight over the top there. This is a good fun game, this one. It is standing up to a hell of a lot of punishment, this Covet. And now we've flattened it so much that it's now not actually... Has the Covet beaten the monster truck? Yep, the Covet's won. This is the true Flatmobile. This is incredible. The Covet has... I mean, the chassis is a little twisted. Oh, and there is some fire now going on from the front of it. We have set fire to the covert. Oh, the monster trucks will run away again. Quick, handbrake that. Find the monster truck before it ends up in a bush somewhere. Okay. I don't think we can actually do anything more to that covert now. I don't think there is anything more to be done to it. Oh, I forgot we've got the crappy automatic gearbox, and yeah, we're just going to go across it. It is now so damaged that whatever we do is we're just going to bounce clear of it. I mean, in terms of damage to the vehicle, like monster truck-esque damage, I'd say it's pretty damn good, actually. Because, I mean, hell, this is what they do to the vehicles that are around the arenas. They just flatten them until they get to this stage, and then they kind of just used as a... I say it's another obstacle, just kind of a bouncy obstacle, really. There's not much more that can be done to the car. And while it is now on fire, we have another hit on the engine. Oh, that might have done some damage to the engine. Yeah, while it is on fire, the radiator's gone. Doesn't matter. The little covert has not been killed. Well, that's not quite gone how I expected this video to go. I was thinking a couple of passes, the covert would be dead, and we'd move on to the next car. Apparently, we can't kill the covert. Well, monster trucks run away again. Handbrake time. Neutral and handbrake time. Handbrake doesn't really do much. There we go. I think that is Cars 1, Monster Truck very much nil. Well, seeing as we are at the ETK Experience map, it makes sense to have an ETK around. So that is what we have got. The 800 series, I've gone for it in a police livery, because why not? Let's just go for a nice, simple reverse over it. We've taken out the police lights. Oh, hello signpost. Well, we've lost our bonnet. Oh, did the handbrake not get put on? Apparently not. I swear I did, but apparently no. Well, I mean, reverse is always a good place to start. Look at that. Come on, wheelie. Wheelie. Trying to get wheelies in this is not the easiest of things. It doesn't quite do kind of the bounce wheelies that you see from the monster trucks, unfortunately. Even there, we've got a huge kind of jump, almost perfectly positioned for a sort of bounce wheelie. We've got to go on the brakes. Oh, we've got to go on the brakes before we go to the edge of the barrier. No! Oh, saved it. Look at that. Some monster truck control there. Oh, no, bad. I haven't got the turning circle to do that. We've got to get back across there. Oh, I love the all-wheel drive and the bounciness of these make them such a different sort of vehicle to drive. They're so peculiar to drive in many ways, and I love that, you know, this has got fantastic physics in terms of the monster truck driving. Come on then, ETK, come this way. The roof on that thing is seriously tough. I think we're going to end up snapping suspension on this before we kill the ETK. I did also put up the power of the node grabber so we can right the monster truck when we need to. The back of it's not looking too healthy though, is it now? And crash. Oh, no, that's just going to be a roll. It was more of a roll than a crash. Let's go take a look at the ETK. What have we got in terms of vehicle here? By the looks of it, nothing too... That's still perfectly drivable. We have snapped a front wheel axle. But otherwise, in fact, we haven't snapped it clean off. It's bare. Oh no, we have snapped it clean off. Okay, we have killed the wheel axle. We've lost steering, but the car is still very much moving. The monster truck, on the other hand, is upside down once more. Flipped it over. The engine's been starved of oil for a little while, actually, because I left it upside down. Well, I should have probably righted it before prattling about, but never mind. Okay, 800 series. I think we're going to have to go for a bigger hit, really. Oh, that's done some damage to me, probably, more than the 800 series, because we're upside down. We've lost a tyre again. We're resetting the monster truck. I love that all of these cars, near enough, are giving the monster truck so much grief. Yeah, this is not healthy. The wheel axles are ruined, but it's still driving. You know, it is actually still moving. Let's get that parked there. We're going to go for a big hit now. We've got to go for a big hit. We've got to go for a big hit, because the little hits just aren't doing it. The little hits, we just kind of bounce and get a bit of airtime off of it, and it doesn't really do enough. Oh, gearbox. Right, so let's go for a full speed. And I say full speed, it is only about 60 miles an hour, but there is a lot of monster truck behind that 60 mile an hour impact. So, full speed towards the ETK, and smack. Well, that might have done some damage, I think. Or land it. There we go. I don't know how many points that would score you in Monster Jam, but it was pretty damn cool of a crash. That might have given the ETK some serious problems, that one. Let's go and see if it is working. No, it's not giving it enough. I cannot believe that this has survived. Of all of the vehicles, the ETKs with their notoriously wibbly-wobbly wheels, and while it's bent, it hasn't... I mean, look at the rear wheels. Look at the rear wheels, the state of the rear wheels on this. But even that, I mean, that's about as worse as possible. The fuel is almost out in this, which is peculiar. Don't know quite why that's the case. I guess I must have ruptured the fuel tank. It's possible that I ruptured the fuel tank in the ETK and that's leaking. That would explain some. There's various bits of debris around the place. Come on, we've got to kill something, Monster Truck. How in a video about destroying cars with a Monster Truck has nothing broken down? Oh, there was a big spurt of fire from that. And there's, like I say, a big spurt of fire. It is now just a small bit of fire on the road. Oh, that, I think, yeah, that would be the fuel tank then that has gone on the ETK. Or can we get out of there? Can we right it? There we go. Quickly swap to it before... yeah, the fuel tank's gone. But before the fuel tank went, it was still drivable. The Monster Truck only killed it by draining the tank. I think there's some irony involved in that with the Monster Truck's performance in Driven Till Destruction. However, particular front tyre in doing all of that. But there we go. This is proving a lot more difficult, and now we've broken ourselves on the... oh, now we're going to chew at it. Yes, chew the ETK. Apparently, it's a lot more difficult to kill a car with a Monster Truck than I was expecting. Well, so far it is 1-1, although the Monster Truck did only beat the 800 series because of a fuel tank rupture. I've gone a different route for the vehicle we're going to try and destroy. I've gone for a van. Now, yes, this will be stronger than the likes of the Covet. However, it's a much bigger target to hit. So hopefully in these initial crashes we can do more damage to it. Or it might just hold up to them a lot better. It does look like we got the radiator in that first one. And we've not bounced the Monster Truck into the crash barriers as well that it gets stuck on. I have slightly moved our positioning so we don't get stuck on the crash barriers and so on. So much. Oh, that's a big hit on the engine. That is a very, very big hit on the engine for the van to be possibly surviving. What happens if we go like really slow and just kind of climb over it? I don't know if this is going to be better. I think it's going to end up me getting stuck more on stuff if we try to go slowly across it. That is going to be all sorts of wedged. Come on, you can get off of this Monster Truck. I don't actually know if we can. I think we're just going to end up... Yeah, okay. That's the issue with going slowly across it, is that we ended up getting physics stuck. Now, I'm going to reset it rather than pull it off, because if we pull it off, I think we're going to do untold damage to the van, because they kind of a little bit crash-welded stuck together. Let's have a look. Oh, dear. At our little attack on the D-Series. It's not done very much to it, though, in terms of stopping it. Yeah, we've got the radiator. But as far as stopping it goes, I mean, it's still actually... Does it even drive in a straight line? Hold on a second. Let's get it back onto a road. We've got a crappy automatic gearbox that I've... In fact, we've got an awful gearbox. I don't know what on earth is going on with that gearbox. This is a diesel version of the D-Series, but I don't know what is up with the gearbox. Okay, we'll ignore that. It does still actually work, though. So we hit it full speed with a Monster Truck on the engine. Engine's fine. Drive shaft's fine. Wheel axles are fine. Come here, D-Series. We've got to try again. We've got to try harder, I think, to kill you. Oh! That's the well. The wheel's gone. We've lost a wheel again. No, in fact, the wheel is being very well behaved. If we can get ourselves turned and go and chase after that, I want to know where it ends up. Probably won't park itself on a tyre bundle perfectly, because that would be amazing. Oh, it hasn't. It's bounced off into a wall, and it's still upright, surprisingly. Where are you going, tyre? Where are you going to go? I can't follow you in here. I'm too big. Oh, no, it's going to fall off the cliff, isn't it? That's a tree there that I can't get round. Is it going to come to a rest? It might have stopped before it falls out of the forest. Sorry, we were supposed to be crashing into a van, and now I've got distracted chasing... Oh, there's a fence there. I've got distracted chasing one of my own wheels. So, a head-on impact. Admittedly, I did not quite get it perfectly positioned, but a head-on impact. Oh, there we go. Look at that for a wheelie. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, we've got to do this. And oh dear. Oops. I might have broken it a lot. It was worth it. It's still one-wheel drive. Okay, we've got to write this now. This has gone very... This has become how to destroy a Monster Truck with a van, I think. This has gone very badly wrong, but very spectacular. Oh, it hasn't quite got the power to drag itself round on the one wheel. I say it might become How to Destroy a Monster Truck. That is relying on this van still working. Which it does. It's got a monster truck wheel embedded in the side of it. Look! We have crash welded a monster truck wheel and tyre into the side of a van. The van still drives almost perfectly straight. It pulls ever so fractionally, I think, to the left. I mean, hell, this van could drive all day. Well, I say it could drive all day. It would overheat, I think, eventually. And hold on, we could... Oh. I think that's just the weight of the tyre that's pulling that around. Look, it wouldn't overheat because I found some water to dunk it in. Is it water around here? Yeah, it is water. It's kind of... Whoa! The weight of the wheel is giving it some problems. We've torn off 3 wheels of our monster truck and still not taken out the bloody van. Admittedly, that last one was because I was messing around with wheelies. A lot. However, the van is... I definitely think that is 2-1 to the cars. That's what's left of the monster truck. Admittedly, that's what's left of the van, but it still functions perfectly. I mean, this video is taking a very different turn. I'm okay with that, but it's a very, very different turn. So, up next, I've gone for a Pizima. Now, the reason for this is I might stand a chance of killing the engine by crashing into it. The reason why I say that is the Pizima, remember to put the handbrake on, is the only vehicle to have the main engine die from collisions in the Driven Till Destruction series. So possibly, by crashing into this with a monster truck, we might be able to kill it. I mean, that did a fair amount of damage there. We're gonna check that this car is actually still working, because that was a hefty hit. Nowhere near enough to kill it, though. And while I have just thought, yes, it has technically, you know, been the only car to go out with main engine failure, it did also make it down the cliff a long time ago when I threw some normal cars down the cliff to see what was drivable, and the Pizima was on fire, but it still made it to the bottom and was still workable, so that's not going to help our cause in this one. We'll give it a go, though. We'll give it a good shot. Oh, it does like flipping over. Oh, it does also look like it's on fire. That might be enough to kill. Possibly. We're going to have to go for another couple of passes, I think. My monster truck is still okay, which is always good. This is going to hurt everyone. Oh, that might crash weld me to it. No, we're going to clear ourselves. Have we got it crashed? Ooh. Guys, we've eaten it. It is on fire again. Oh, that's... Oh, it's crash welded to the wheel. That's going to, I think, tear my wheel apart. Oh, the whole thing's gone up in flames. Can it uncrash weld itself from my wheel? I don't think it can. Okay. We're going to reset ourselves, because that shouldn't happen. The Pizima is very much on fire. The Pizima is very, very much on fire indeed. That's a handbrake. Does it still drive, though? That is the question. That is the important question. God damn it. It's going to, I think, run out of fuel again. But that is still a working car. That's ridiculous. How difficult is it to kill? So the only way that the monster truck can kill something is by rupturing the fuel tank, and then it will just piddle away all of its fuel and smash into the side of it. I mean, we've broken our suspension, I think. I'm pretty sure, in fact, that will be the monster truck suspension, at least partly damaged. Oh, no! We have killed it legitimately. It has just run out of fuel. However, that is a legitimate kill on the Pizima, because we bent the chassis to the point where it couldn't drive. That was never going to drive because the way the chassis is buckled, it can't get drive. A legitimate kill. It's not even a fuel tank related kill, that one. Has put the Pizima out. Well, technically it's 2-all. The ETK one is, I think, a little bit on the... oh, don't go crashing into the solar panels. They are very strong solar panels. Bugger. We've got ourselves up and twist. There is a way to get these to right themselves back up again. It doesn't seem to want to work out here. When I was messing about with this truck before, I have managed to self-right it a fair bit, but it's not wanting to work over here. Anyway, Pizima is gone. Only took a couple of hits. It was a ruptured fuel tank that started it, but the twisted chassis. I expected the twisted chassis to get them, but it's just not working on the other cars. It didn't get flattened enough, like the Covet did, to drive straight over it. Technically 2-all. So we're going to get one more vehicle, and then we will declare a winner. Somehow in this mess. Well, it only seems right to finish off with an ETK. We've got the I-Series over there that we are going to try and kill in as spectacular fashion as possible. Or it might end up beating us. That is always a distinct possibility. Oh, over we go. We are going to land this one, though. That's not the handbrake on. I swear I put the handbrake on these cars. Apparently not. We've eaten the bonnet some. Ooh, that's done some real nasty damage to the wheel axle there. While I was in the ETK, I should have actually seen if it drove. Let's have a... Oopsie, don't want to press that button. Where's tab gone? I can't... There we go. Found buttons on keyboard. The UI is broken. The ETK is, well, I mean, you can clearly see, very poorly, but not poorly enough to stop it driving. It's ridiculous. It really is absolutely ridiculous how long these cars... I say absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I guess what's happening is that, while yes, the monster truck is, you know, is very heavy, wheels are massive and so on, because we hit the car and get launched airborne, the weight isn't crushing down so much on this, although that is going to surely hurt everyone involved. Mostly me. Mostly me. The issue we have here is that I can't get my truck clear without a reset, I don't think. Oh, we might... Can we separate these with the node pull? I've got to be very, very careful here that I don't just either A, pull the wheel off mine, or B, pull the ETK apart. I don't even know if I can separate these without... I don't know how. Unfortunately, we're going to have to reset the monster truck because that's just too much of a physics ball to decide. I think that this is going to be victory for the monster truck, based again on a bent chassis. Well, if we had got the ETK free, there we go. Now we've got the proper damage going on with these cars. While if we had got the ETK free, the monster truck would have been poorly. It had wrecked front suspension and might have lost a front wheel. It would still drive. It would still drive and be perfectly controllable. Whereas the ETK's bent chassis is going to prevent it from moving anywhere. And a clonk. Well, we've kind of rugby tackled the ETK there. Oh, we've rugby tackled it and it's taken out 2 of our wheels. Okay, maybe going the flat out into it. I think half the problem is with some of these crashes where we're going flat out into it, we're actually hitting it with the axle rather than with the wheels on some of these. And that's just kind of, yeah, that's what's collecting it. Because if you hit it with the wheel, we don't actually do very much other than put ourselves up onto 2 wheels. It's not a huge amount of force behind that one. We will go and crush. I say crush, admittedly there isn't much to crush. I do wonder if in some of these impacts we've now unbent the chassis and the car might be drivable. I don't know what gear I'm in. I think I've got a wheel axle or something. It's quite on the poorly. It is still moving amazingly. Look at it go. It goes round in circles. It is still moving though. We've fixed it from the subsequent impacts. Yeah. This is good fun. I mean, what science they can be drawn from this is A, the car survives surprisingly well. I mean, the D-Series is by far one of the most spectacular things I think I've ever seen in this game, with the monster truck wheel embedded in the side of it. The monster truck does best with either A, hitting the fuel tank and just have the car leak away all its fuel, or B, get the bend the chassis to the point whereby it can no longer have the wheels touching the ground. That's your most likely way of... come on, breakdancing truck. I can't quite get it to twist and flip its way. I was getting quite good at this whole... Oh, now we've actually got it so stuck upside down, there's not... Well done, me. Yeah. Monster Truck is amazing, quite frankly. I think this is one of the best... This is one of the best mods, if not the best mod for Beam. Possibly one of the best mods I've ever played with full stop for a game. Just the way the physics works so brilliantly well in this. I would quite like it to be a little bit more powerful, to perhaps be able to do bouncy wheelies and so on a little bit better if you were so inclined. But yeah, it's incredible fun to play with. We've made a mess of 5 cars and made a mess of a monster truck, and I'm not sure the ETK Experience Centre is going to ever want to have me visit again. However, hopefully it has been some spectacular entertainment. That, though, is going to be it for this video. I shall leave you with an upside-down monster truck. because that about sums everything up. Thank you very much for watching. I shall, as ever, link all the mods I've used in the description so you can download them, and I highly recommend you do have a go with them yourself. Until next time, though, goodbye.